and welcome back to another video. So today we're back here for another speed build, and today we're going to go ahead and create this glass tiny home. So if you'd like to go ahead and download this for yourself, it is up on the gallery now. My origin ID is Real Thomas TV1. So like I said, this is a glass tiny home. Now it isn't like a full glass home, like a sunroom or something. It's actually just got this kind of glass front bit. Now I've seen this a few times, both on YouTube and Twitter. I think the first time I saw it was by my friend MT Sims, so I'll leave a link down below to his video if I can find it. And ever since then I've been really inspired to do something like this with a glass fronted home. Now I did actually try this a few weeks ago, probably over a month ago now. And I basically was just trying to make a family home with like the same sort of feature with that glass roof on the front, make it like a big glass wall sort of looking thing, but it just wasn't really working out. I just couldn't get it to work. So I kind of just played around with it a few times, and I thought, you know what, maybe it was the size of the home that I was having an issue with to make it work. So I was like, okay, let's try it on a tiny home or just a smaller, lot and home and see if that'll work. And it actually worked out pretty nicely. So this didn't take me too long at all, really, probably just over half an hour, I would say. That's why this video is ridiculously short, but there's nothing wrong with that, I think. So if you don't really know how to do this, it's basically where you just take, the half gable roof and you just put a glass roof texture on it and just drag it up to the top of the house, and there you go. Now I did actually have a few issues with it. Now what originally happened was, as you can see, we're building it on a 30 by 20 here, but then after I built the main structure of the house, I was kind of thinking, well, this is a very, very small home on a very big lot, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to have to move it to a smaller one. So I moved it to this one here, which is a 20 by 20 or 20 by 15. Yeah, I think it's a 20 by 15 actually, in Willow Creek. It's the neighborhood where the Pancakes household is. I actually think it's next door to it. And anyway, so I put it there, but the glass roof had really kind of glitched. So, you might have, seen this glitch before, but basically if you have like two windows on the same level, like above each other, so say you place a window down, and then on the same level of that home, you put another window on top of it, and it kind of makes one of them like blank out, and you can just see the trim of the window. Well, I was doing that, and I wasn't really too sure why I was doing it, but I think I realised it was because the glass roof was kind of, the windows were attaching to the glass roof wall, if that makes sense. Anyway, long story short, it was just a big mess, so I had to try and fix it, so I managed to do that. But yeah, so we're just working on the interior now. Now, I don't really know if you'd call this a tiny home. I don't really do that many of them, so I'm not really good with this sort of thing, really. I do mansion builds all the time, so this is kind of like the complete opposite to what I normally do. But I think it is pretty small, because the upstairs, I do have a double bed in there, but only one sim can use it because of the space up there, so you could maybe try and rearrange things if you want that to work, or it might even be easier to put two double beds together. I don't know about that, but you could try it. So I did have a few issues with that. It's only going to be for like, you probably only be playing with one or two sims, so I suppose it doesn't really matter. And then also as well, I did kind of do like a mezzanine level, so where you can see here with this living room is, from when you're upstairs you can actually see that, which you'll see in a second. You've probably seen it, earlier in the video, but you'll see it in a little bit more detail in a second. And I've also got a little bathroom area there, kind of behind the stairs. So this is the mezzanine level thing I was talking about, and as you can see, I was trying to find a way to put to have space for two double beds. Where I just had it there, where there was space for either side of the bed there, I wasn't really too sure if that would work, because it was a very, very narrow space on either side of the bed, so I was like, I don't really want to risk that, because then, there's the possibility that it won't work for any type of sim, so I just left it like that. And also got one of those very thin, I can't think of the name, wardrobe, I couldn't think of the name there for a second. One of those very thin wardrobes from City Living there. I actually really love using those when it's like a limited space, because you can kind of put them into the wall a little bit than using a normal dresser, so I just went ahead and did that. The kitchen is very small. There isn't a dining room area because, well, actually you could probably fit one in. There's kind of like a space between the stairs, the hallway table and the kitchen, like in the middle of there. You could easily go ahead and put a dining table in. It might be a bit of a squeeze, but I think it'll probably work. But it's not necessary though, because there is the sofas and two armchairs there as well, which is more than enough space for the sims in this house, so you could easily just sit there and eat, which I don't play the game that often. But I do notice that when I'm playing with like one or two sims, I'd just get them to go and sit in the living room for some reason. So I suppose it doesn't matter that much if you don't have a dining table there. But like I said, if you want to add one in, that's fine. And then in the glass roof area, I wasn't really too sure what to do. I was going to go ahead and try and see if I could maybe actually make the living room go into that glass room area and kind of make it more open. But to do that, I think you need to use a tall wall height and do the big archways to kind of open up the space. So I just decided to put some landscaping in there, so it's like a little mini greenhouse sort of thing, which you can't access. I don't really know. And also as well, talking of that, I was kind of thinking maybe I should put some gardening areas in here, like a greenhouse or something like that, what your Sims could actually use, because I kind of have a feeling on this type of Sim is maybe like a work from home person, the freelance worker or something, and they do have a desk and a computer, as you would have saw upstairs next to the bed, so you could do that if you want. So I also went ahead and put some planter boxes on the back part of the house. I think I did it off screen, but I just kind of placed down 3 planter boxes on the back wall of the house. Nothing too special about it, that's literally all I did right here. And yeah, so about to head on to the screenshots now. In the comment section down below, let me know about what you thought of this home. If you have any more suggestions for other builds or anything else you want to see next on the channel, that'd be really helpful to hear. Leave a like, share and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!